I have some allergies kicking me right now, so you'll notice that my voice probably sounds a little deeper than usual. Well, anyway, you may remember a year ago that I discovered this great show called Infinity Train. This was one of the few things that was actually able to keep me sane during the pandemic. It gave me something to look forward to, and quite frankly, I just think it's a wonderful show. The last video I had on this subject was in October of last year. So, I was just doing some grocery shopping when I figured I would have some fun and look for the DVD section to find what I didn't think was going to be possible. Book 2 of Infinity Train. And the thing I find rather interesting is that apparently they've made it up to Book 4 already, but I guess they're just taking forever to release these DVDs. Probably about this time next year, I'll probably be reviewing Book 3. But since we have both of these out, I figure let's just kind of compare the covers. I feel like you can see there's a bit of a downgrade when you compare the two. You'll notice that there's a bit more of a gloss to Book 1. It's kind of shiny, and, well, quite frankly, I just like the artwork of this one a bit better. You look at this one, it's not only dull, but you're just kind of like, what the heck am I looking at here? But from this little cover, I feel like I can speculate a little bit. But probably the first thing to note I like is that it seems we have the main protagonist coming through the doorway in each one, each having that mythical train behind them. So, it is very obvious that character right here comes from the Chrome Car. And from what I can tell, these look like the police that were part of the Chrome Car off to try to find this character. The deer... I am so confused. Why is there a deer here? This is just weird. I mean, everything else kind of makes a little more sense. I mean, in terms of the Infinity Train aesthetic, but, I don't know, I'm just a bigger fan of the Book 1 box art. But maybe part of that is also from familiarity. So let's compare the back. Alright, well I feel they saved the good artwork for the back in all honesty. Like, Book 1, while I do kind of like its simplistic design, is a little boring. Here you kind of have that like VHS aesthetic with the idea that they show you pictures of what you're going to be enjoying. Then over here it seems we have a brief description. Rather odd, as it showed the episodes here instead as well as the description. But I guess the picture is a lot bigger, so that's the main reason for it. Well, I figure let's make this a bonus. I'll have this be an unboxing video for you as well. Oh, well that is very interesting. The idea that the back of the box and the back of the actual DVDs are different. Once again, don't understand the point of the deer, but I do like the idea it tells you how many episodes there are, which is very nice. I'm gonna guess the front is probably the same. Yes, it is. So, one of the things that's rather nice that I didn't have when I unboxed the last one is halfway decent long nails, which I think I can use these to open it up. Yeah. Now, I have to admit, it seemed like there was a bit of a chop there in the middle. It's very interesting. Feels like I almost got superpowers now. So we simply take care of that wrapping later. Go to the inside, pop it open. Whoops. And there we are. You can see my little camera in the corner there. Once again, I just always find it weird that they put these two little prong things here as if they're supposed to be some sort of paper insert. But yet, there isn't. And then, just for fun, let's do another comparison of this one as well, since we have it out. Slide it out of the box. It's hard to do that with one hand, actually. Open it up. Oh, this one actually did have a piece of paper. It's been so long since I've actually watched this, in all honesty. It's not that it's bad, it's just each episode being 11 minutes and the episode being so good, I just want to save it for really special occasions. But yeah, I like how both of them kind of have a bit of a gloss, as well as kind of introducing the main character. Or at least this is just speculation, as that's what they did with the last one. So I figure, like last time, I'm gonna watch each episode, give a brief summary and a brief review. This one is going to be a bit longer, as you have this intro here, as well as the summary of the first episode. It's almost a bit of a time capsule, actually. A lot has happened since I've reviewed the entirety of Infinity Train. I have a feeling a lot has also happened between Book 1 and Book 2 as well. Let's jump into it. Theme music sounds a little different as well. You find it interesting it's the front of it rather than the back of it that the picture is this time. This is still pretty good though. Just a bit more triumphant than it is foreboding. Let's not spend all day on this, shall we? Let's jump into this. We start with Mirror Tulip breaking into, I would wager, a blacksmith car. I still can't tell if these guards were killed or if they were just sleeping. Now, I thought the last episode of Book 1 struck me personally, but this one even more so. Maybe I'm reading into this too much, but it looks as if Mirror Tulip is going through a transition. Different clothes, an earring, and even a haircut. For simplicity's sake, I'll just refer to Mirror Tulip as they, them. They wander through several cars before seeing a wanted poster of their old self. When in the distance, we hear the familiar voices of one. He gives a good rundown on reacquainting the audience with the rules of the train. Once again, his humor is on point. The last point he ends on is the idea of each passenger having a glowing number, which Mirror Tulip does not have. They then go to the black market car, as per the title, where one of the slugs here takes a good look at them, noticing the metallic skin. In trying to dodge the glance, the mirror police show up, and an intense chase ensues. They are able to find refuge in the autumn car, as I'm calling it. In it, there is a lone deer that has the power of invisibility. They use this to their advantage, and the mirror police give up. Two interesting things to note here. We see that the superior officer has a case of toothpicks. Come on, the show is rated PG, just make them cigarettes. Also, the other officer kinda likes the chase and thinks of it as a bonding exercise. Alone with the deer, Mirror Tulip gives their life story, only for the deer to snuggle up to them. They form a friendship where Mirror Tulip finds leaves for the deer, and the deer shows off some of their powers. After a day of being free, they rest easy. When they wake up, they find a passenger in the car treating the deer as his own. They get jealous by this and confront them. Here we realize he's named the deer Dracula, to which Mirror Tulip states, "You don't know this deer. Why are you forcing labels on this?" Once again, this is a little too relatable. The jock then goes with the name Alan, only to combine the two, Alan Dracula. Really speaks to the intelligence of the character. They fight over who spent the most time with the deer when it falls down a hole. The episode ends with both of them staring down, thinking of going in. I was amazed to see them start the first episode off with a cliffhanger like that. It also really hammers in this theme of identity, with Mirror Tulip making their own, and the poor deer not being able to make a choice on theirs. All in all, I'm liking this so far, even if the main themes just hit a little too close to home. Join me next time where we go over the family tree car.